Everybody, welcome to the Week 6 video. Congratulations on surviving Week 5. Here's to all the victors, to all the ones that were able to make it. JB, Week 5 ain't over yet. What? Week 5's not over? There's still a game tomorrow? The Bills and Titans play tomorrow. What am I supposed to do with this video? Don't look at me. Don't blame me for any of this stuff. I don't know. Roll some more player profiles. God damn it. Time for player profile Kara. Kara joined in 2013 with a regular season record of 46-49. Playoff record 7-9-1. Recently discovered this year a tie in the playoffs. How disgraceful is that? Overall, a 53-58-1 record, not too far off from getting to 500. Currently ranked 9th out of 12, and overall 13th out of 20. Her best finish was 2nd in 2013. Worst finish was 9th. She did that twice in 2017, 2018. Her average finish is 6.1. I'm not going to read the points there. That's just a lot of numbers to read at you. But you can see that her average is 125 to 128. Not too shabby. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite things to show to people is who you play the most. It's always fun, right? So most wins against for Kara is Sam J with 8. Most losses against, flip that 8 and give it to Kyle. Biggest rival, she's got Eric and Sam J, both with 13. Eric leads that series where Kara's 5-7-1. Well, Kara does lead Sam J's series 8-5. Again, a tie in the playoffs. Very, very disrespectful to the league. You should both be ashamed. Kara has won 2 awards out of 41, 5% tied for 6th. Not too bad. Somehow in the same year, she wins the Consolation Championship and the Pig for the Slaughter. So she got rocked, but not rocked enough to not take home a trophy, which is amazing in itself. So a tip of the cap. It's time for player profile Katie. Katie was the original take a break for the league for a year for schooling, but then come back. So she played 2010 to 2012, took 2013 off, and has joined us 2014 to current. Regular season record 61-62, so she can pull off one more win. She gets to 500. Her playoff record 8-11, leaving her overall 69-73. Currently ranked 8th and overall ranked 12th, so just directly above Kara if you're doing the sports math at home. So best finish twice. 2nd place, 2017 and 2019, including that 2019 run was when she was 6-7. So almost had a champion with a losing record. Very close there. Worst finish though, she's got one of the dumpers. There we are, 2012, the year the Mayans were supposed to predict the end of the world. Average finish 6.4. Again, more numbers as before, but we're starting to get the numbers closer here. Average 129.7 versus 132.01. It's kind of fitting that Katie has the most wins against Kyle with just 9. For the longest time, Kyle could not beat Katie. It was a slaughter. I think at one point it was 8-0 against her. He just couldn't, no matter what he did, there was no way to win against Katie. Most losses, look at that, Katie, look at that. Woo! JB and Eric with 8. You can't beat DX. Shawn Michaels and Triple H. Woo! Suck it. Your biggest rival, though, surprisingly, is Bob. 15, 8-7 overall. Awards, 1 out of 41, 2%, tied for 7th, and it's that fabled dumper. The only hardware that has been in the Stanzik household, and it's the dumper, and that happened in 2012. So, on one hand, You brought home trophies. On the other hand, it's the dumper. Eh. Alright, so I think week 5 is finally done. And I think we can finally put a nail in the coffin. So congratulations, Sam. You won. It was a feverish rundown. Oh man, 5 points. Did not think I was going to get there, but Bill just played like crap. But nonetheless, it was a good rundown. And like I said earlier, happy wife, happy life. So looks like I won't be sleeping on the couch, except probably will be still sleeping on the couch. So what we really learned this week is that if you look, all the, I don't want to say losing teams, but a lot of the teams that were on the bottom have started to win. We're starting to see Meredith got her first win. Dana is now sitting alone with Sam J at 4-1, but now we're starting to see a lot of 2-3 and 3-2s. We're getting really crowded in the middle, and we're not that far separated, right? We have 4-1 and 1-4, so it's really not like a runaway. And as we mentioned earlier, it's a race to 7, so no one is truly out. Your odds just get smaller, but no one is effectively, I'm 5-0, and the next closest is 3-2. I've got a 2-game lead. That game can come and go. Look at Kara and I. We had 3-0. We were cruising, and now we've hit 2 road bumps, which are people, and now we're 3-2. So it can all easily change. One big injury, one guy punching another guy in there, a game getting canceled at 8 a.m., or just simply more and more COVID as it gets crazier and crazier. So remember, this week there is no Thursday Night Football. That got pushed to Monday night, so we have another doubleheader Monday, which is actually kind of cool. I don't know. I have to work anyways for it, but still, it's football. So let's just get right into the. Let's circle back to week 5 results. Drink. Here's the week 5 review, as I call it, COVID Mania 1. Disclaimer, I'm not making fun of COVID or anything of that nature. It's serious. Wear a mask. Social distance. Dear God, it's a joke. But I'm really not making fun of COVID. In what was looking to be a feverish miracle Tuesday night rundown, but it falls short. The Barons Bowl goes to the better half. EU David wins 2 in a row to improve to 2-3. Edging out, hanging with Mr. Epstein, who's dropped 2, is now 2-3. JB still leads the series, though, however, 6-2. And I did lose a bet, so now I have to plan an epic date night. I should stop making bets with Sam. Arboreal Snakes is now 4-1 after a pretty thorough bashing of Football Jesus at 2-3. Dan leads the series 5-2. At what point do you not call yourself the football genius when you're 2-3 or 2-4 or 2-5? Everyone watch out! Glorious Domination is starting to return to his old form. Now 3-2, defeating Old Iron Tits. Leo's now taking 2 losses in a row with JB. It's kind of like that wooden board. Only one of us can fit on it, Kara. Which one is it going to be? Even though there's room for 2. Travis now leads the series 7-4. In what has to be the sickest, grossest matchup I've ever seen. Who didn't want to win this matchup? It was like, oh, we're trying to lose. Like, tank. You guys understand that, like, tanking for Trevor doesn't work in fantasy football, right? What doesn't hurt improves to 2-3, defeating Tella Taganji Club, who's now 2-3. Kyle now leads the series 8-7. Seriously, guys, stop trying to tank for Trevor. Alfredo's Pizza Cafe is creeping up on 4-1, defeating Quarantine, which is 1-4. You think like a team that's called Quarantine would have more time to do research and look to replace players that might be able to score for his team, but apparently not. Sam G now leads this series 1-0. As stated earlier before, stats, there's been never an 0-13 team, nor a 1-12. And so here it is. Congratulations, Staph Infection. Meredith, you get your first win of the season. Pretty decently, too, over You Had One Job, who now falls to 2-3. Katie still leads this series, however, 2-1. Week 5 was pretty chaotic. So hopefully Week 6 is smooth sailing. So let's get into it. Let's get into your Week 6 preview. Here's the Week 6 preview. The 5th seed, What Doesn't Hurt, is projected to win over Hanging with Mr. Epstein. Both teams are 3-2. JB leads the series 10-8. The biggest thing about this one is Kyle has Rogers and Jones. So JB gets to sit back and watch as either his fantasy team wins or the Packers win. But, as we always say, Packers greater than fantasy. Go Kyle. Football Jesus is looking to give Alfredo's Pizza Cafe their second loss. Be a tough matchup, but Sam J does lead this series 8-4. This is what it looks like when two freight trains are heading for each other at full speed. 6th seed Glorious Domination, the 1 seed Arboreal Snakes. These are two of the hottest teams right now coming at you, so this should make up for one great matchup. This series is tied 3 apiece. Again, Bob finds himself in another matchup where they're tanking for Lawrence. Remember, you can't tank for Lawrence in fantasy football, so stop doing it. But old Iron Tits has the advantage here just by a slip. But Bob does lead this series 6-3. Do you want to know what a Dumper Bowl matchup preview looks like? This is what you're looking at right here as Staph Infection, 1-4 going against Quarantine, 1-4. This could potentially be the matchup that takes home the little toilet that you're all going to take a shot of whiskey out of. This series obviously is tied 0-0 as this is Meredith and Adam's first time. Two teams going in opposite directions, one going down. Katie, You Had One Job, who's now fallen to 2-3, versus you, David, who's won 2 in a row to climb to 2-3. Sam B leads the series 5-4. Slight edge, big edge goes to Katie. So, as we wrap up the Week 6 video, I want to throw out a bonus here. So, even as a 4-time champion, and Sam J has to admit as a 2-time champion, this year with all the added intricacies with COVID and all that stuff, whoever wins this year's championship will truly be the champion of champions. Whoever wins the belt, regardless if it's the one time only, you're going to really be the one that has won the biggest championship of all. So, I'm going to add a caveat to this year's championship. Not only will you win the belt to get your name on there, get all that glory and recognition, but the belt that I hold on me is the belt that, obviously signifies that no one's beaten me. But this will now be the COVID belt. I know it may not seem like much, but you will also win this beauty to forever keep and honor, because you'll have to give up the belt, the regular belt at one point in time, but you'll never have to give this up. This is the belt that you get to forever keep to signify that you won during COVID, and through all the chaos, through all the turmoils, through all the extra bye weeks, canceled games for post game, double Monday nights, the Tuesday, this belt will be yours to signify that you are the champion of champions. No matter who wins it, gotta admit, you truly did earn it. So, time is running out. Maybe Sam's finally watched the end of the video, but if not, I'll see you on the Fantasy Gridiron.